Today we're talking about the Vejo pod-based blender system, so stick around for my first impressions on this really interesting kitchen gadget. You guys know I love kitchen gadgets, so it was really cool to get this pod-based blender from Vejo. They sent it to me a few weeks ago, and so I started trying it out, and I think it's just a really interesting tool in general. Like I mentioned before, it's a pod-based blender system that comes with pods that you stick in the top, you blend them, so it's not a blender in the traditional sense, but it is a way to blend different flavors together. So opening the box, I just loved it. It is like opening an Apple product. It comes with this great manual that tells you about their app. So the app connects to the blender. It also tells you about their sustainability practices. So of course the pods are 100% biodegradable. And it also gives you an idea of the nutrition information for each of the different pods and flavors that you'll use in your blender. This was really helpful to know what else they had. And then I loved seeing all of the other colors that they have. They have 9 colors, so you can get something that matches your personality and that works for you. First, we're gonna open the actual pods. So my set was a starter kit. It came with 4 different flavors of pods and 2 pods in each different pouch. So as soon as I opened the pods, I could smell like the delicious flavors of the pods, and that let me know that there was like actually a ton of flavor packed into these pods. So that was really great to see, and it was really kind of great to get that first impression of like, oh, these smell really good. For me personally, some of the pods are a little high in carbohydrates, but they do have some really interesting and amazing flavors to offer. So that's always great for different taste buds and people who like different things. It's in its own little box, and you just pull it out. It comes wrapped in kind of like a nice plasticky wrap, and then when you take it out of that wrap, it is so smooth. The feel is so good. It's actually a hefty product, so this is not a cheap blender. This is really well built, really well made, and something that will last for a long time. Opening it up, you get the charger on top. It looks and feels like one of their pods. It's actually the charger, so you can put your top onto that and it wirelessly charges it. I would suggest doing that every day, but you do get a ton of blends out of one charge. So if you leave it on the charger, you're in good shape. I also received their Collagen Glow Pods, which I was really interested in because I already take collagen. I love taking collagen. It's great for your hair, skin, and nails, so it was really cool to see that they had individual pods for that. That came with nutrition facts and a little bit of information about the pods, and they're packaged the same way as the other pods. They're in a pouch, and you just open it up, and there are 2 pods to a pouch with this one, so it comes with 8 total. And of course I dropped it there, which clumsy me, always do that, but I really liked this flavor. It's watermelon fresca, and I was excited to make them. And as for making the pods, it's very simple. I grabbed 7 ounces of water and my Vejo blender. I unscrewed the top of it, and you can see the little blade in there. You could put fruit in there if you would want, but I don't think that it would work. I don't think it's powerful enough from what I could see. I poured in my water, and then I went ahead and put my pod on top. So it's super simple. You just take the top off of the pod, peel it off. It's very easy to do. And then once you do that, you stick that pod right on top of your Vejo. And you don't have to twist it or anything, you just pop it right on. I twisted it because I wasn't sure if I did it right or not, but you just pop it on. And then you put the top on and you twist it until it locks. And once it's locked and ready to go, the Vejo is gonna recognize your pod, and it's going to start a little bit of a glow on top. So once it does that, it actually starts to blend it. You can feel the blending process happening, and let me tell you that this is super quiet. This is not like you're high-powered, like very loud blender. It's a very quiet blend and you can barely hear it. It's almost like your phone vibrating on your desk or something. Like, it's very, very quiet. Once it's done, it will turn solid green and you just twist the top off and then you take your pod out. And once you take your pod blend out, you can see that all of the flavoring and the actual liquid is left in the bottom. You can enjoy it straight out of the VO, but I wanted to show you guys what it looked like, so I poured it out into a glass. Using cold water is best for this. It's going to give you the best taste, and I think kind of texturally too, cold water just feels a lot better. So it's nice and frothy, it's very smooth, there are no chunks in it, nothing that has like extra added texture, and the blends taste pretty good. I was actually really surprised about how much I liked it. I especially liked the collagen ones. That was really nice and tasty. Then as for cleaning it, it's very simple to clean your VO. So all you do is put a touch of soap into it. I put like literally like one little dot of soap into it. It also comes with a scrub brush, so you can put a little bit of water in the bottom, scrub the scrub brush, and kind of rinse it out and wash it out like you would normally wash any kind of dish. Don't submerge the top in water at all. That is not good for it. What you want to do is just take a wet or damp cloth, doing a little cleanup there because, you know, I like to clean my scenes. I like to make sure that everything's all clean and beautiful. But for the top, all you do is you take a damp cloth and you wipe out the inside of the top, and then you can stick that right back on the charger. The biggest question you probably have is about price. The VO is a little bit of an investment. It's about $130 for the blender and a starter kit of 8 pods or 8 blends. So I think that that is, you know, it is something to jump into. It is something that you definitely have to consider when you're thinking about what you want to get from it. But if you want easy smoothies and easy juices that only take 30 seconds to make, that investment could definitely be worth it to you. So overall, I think this is a really well built and smart product. It's definitely something that you should look into if you're really interested in juices, smoothies, and kind of like immune boosters. And it was a really fun product to try out, and I hope that you enjoyed my video. Be sure to like and subscribe and let me know what you think about the VO blender.